And here we are. Reveal number 411. It is May the 11th. May the 11th, 2022. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon, Eastern Time. Getting ready to do another reveal here. This one is of a 1960D roll, which is an original Louisville branch bank-wrapped roll. I'm going to go ahead and pop this tape off the end of the roll so it'll be a little bit easier for me to get it open. Well, maybe get this little label off the end of it. Even if I have to tear it off. There we go. It goes to further prove I've not been through these rolls. I do not know what is inside this roll. This could be full of 1909 SVDBs for all I know. I would die a little bit inside if that were the case, but I would absolutely love it for you guys. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe somebody would sell me one of theirs for a couple $100 and make me feel good. Hello, EJ's Numismatics. I don't have a trash can around me. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start opening this one now. There we go. Oop, there goes the plug out the end of the roll. Paper over the coins as usual. These are, I didn't even notice this. These are marked MED date. MED date, which would be medium date. I guess at one point somebody thought there was a medium date other than the large and the small date. Hello, Taco John. There's Malcolm. 2 of your coins in the last roll were die varieties, Malcolm. So you missed it. Stanley, coin number 1 goes to Stanley. And Stanley will get what appears. Yeah, it's a normal coin. Unfortunately, just a normal one. Had my eyeballs tricked there for just a second. Had to back up a little bit and take a little better look. We've got a normal one. I'll look at the first 10 coins on the reverse side, I'm sorry. But 1960D is just not known for double die reverses. This is machine doubling all over the reverse on this one. It's flat. It has no notching, and it takes up the normal width of the letters in the design. I wanted to check one more thing again. What's that little tiny hook off the bottom of the B in Liberty? I just wanted to make sure that what I was seeing was not a little minor double die, and it isn't. So Stanley gets a normal one. Next up, well, that is something. That's an RPM. Looks like an RPM. Looks like something. Wait a minute. What is this? Oh my gosh. There you go. Double die, boys and girls. This is it. This is the big double die, or the second biggest double die for 1960D. Boy, there you go. This is 1DO004. This is Kaneka DDO number 2. Big double die. You'll be able to see it in the bottom of Liberty really well. Malcolm, I'll call you as soon as this one's over. I'll have some time. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't she beautiful? All right. No, this is not an RPM, but one of the markers is all this fuzzy fuzz around the mint mark and around the date. It's not an RPM, but it is a major 1960D double die. You damn straight I gasped. This is a $40, $50 coin right here. That's sweet. Sweet, baby. And this one goes to Paul Hampton. Let's see how many more of these we can find. This is going to be one exciting roll. I'm glad I picked a 60D roll. Mr. Patillo. Oh, there's another one. You could tell immediately that you have one because of all of these die scratches right here and this fuzz out here on the outer edge of the D. We have another one, and you can see it clearly on the bottom of the L, especially. But you have to turn it this way to really see it well with this lighting up in here. So this is the second one. Well, it isn't just fat lettering. Look here. You can see very clearly that the lettering is actually doubled. It's nicely doubled. See the separation lines? That's a nice double die, folks. That's a really nice Class 1 double die, rotated hub doubling. Same type of double die as the big 1955 and the big 1972. This one's just not as doubled, but it is a beautiful double die. Chuck is reflecting. I love you, brother. I'm glad you got a great coin out of this roll. Been a while in coming now for us to find some real nice stuff. This is going to be one of the best ofs right here. All right, this one's for Mr. Patillo. Coin number 4 now, Deanne. Well, let's see if we can just get on a streak. How about a streak? Yep, it's a streak. There's another one. This one is a little darker, a little bit darker, but it's still one of our very, very nice double dies. This one's for Deanne. Robert says, we fixing to tank the market. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Not out of one roll. Deanne gets one of these. Here's coin number 5. This one's for Yo Man. Yo Man. Do we have another one? No, we don't. But we do have a pretty nice little RPM. You could see the lower serif is a little there. It's a little doubled there. The upper serif is a little doubled, and the inside of the vertical is a little doubled too. So we do have a minor RPM. No doubling on this one. That was sweet. 3 of those in a row. My normal for die varieties in an entire roll is between 5 and 10. But usually you're not going to see 3 out of your first 4 coins. It's going to be one of those. So we may have a super roll here. Taco John, we got another one. Boom, there's another one right there. Taco John. Here's your L. I'm glad I got this one started a little bit early. It's going to take some time for us to get through all this. Now coin number 7. Stanley. We're going to keep track of these things. Stanley does not get one, but is an RPM. It is an RPM. Definitely grats to you, Taco John. These are some super double dies. I had only seen one of them in my life up until about 2 years ago. And it was roughly 2 years ago. I've got to check another coin again. I've got to check number 5 again to see, did I toss an RPM in the regular batch? And I did. Okay. So there we go. Number 5 and number 7 are RPMs, and these are our double dice so far. Paul, Chuck, Deanne, and Taco John. We've got coins 2, 3, 4, and 6. Believe it or not. Only coin number 1 so far has nothing. Here's one for Penny Hoarder. Let's see what Penny Hoarder gets. It's not another one of them. And this one also appears to not be an RPM at all. But I had only seen one of these, and it was probably 20 years ago when I saw one of these. Up until just a couple of years ago, I ran into a couple of rolls that had 5 or 6 of them. And then I was offered a sale of 12 of them and bought them. And that's all I've ever seen. It's all I've ever owned. It's all I've ever had. Until now, I've seen 4 more of them. This is another one of our RPMs. So I'll pull it and stick it on the pile. Coin number 10, Crispy. Not one of the double dies. And I'm thinking not an RPM either. Nope. Not an RPM either. Let's see. Yeah, not a double die, not an RPM. So another normal coin. This is coin number 10 now. Now for coin 11. Back to Taco John. Back to Taco John. Oh, there's another one. That is, I believe. Nope, this is an RPM right here. What have I got going on? That's not a double die. It looks like it could be a little southeast RPM. I'm going to pull this out just in case. All right, Sir Egg, I appreciate it. I'll take a look at it. I will respond to you. Okay, and this one is a nothing. Here's number 13. This one's for Malcolm. What do we get from Malcolm here? Well, this is not one of our double dies. Not an RPM either. Looks like a normal 1960D. Angie. Miss Crowell. Nice RPM here. Cute little RPM. I like this. It's not the double die, though. But it is a nice RPM. Let me bring a little more light to the subject. Looks like we're getting a little dark on these. There we go. Number 15 now. Back to Deanne again. And not a double die, not an RPM. Normal coin. So everybody's like, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Get to mine. Let me see mine. I want to see mine. And not a double die, not an RPM for coin number 16. This one's crispy. Now number 17. Back to Deanne again. Well, nothing here. Could we have exhausted our little pile at the very beginning of the roll? I don't think you are, Tim. I think in the sales show you didn't get in until close to the end of the sales show, and this is the second roll we did. I think you got in like on the 4th or 5th roll. There's another one right there. And I was wondering if we were going to hit another one. There it is. This one's for Paul Hampton. Wait a minute. Didn't Paul already get one? He did. He got the first one. So this one's also for Paul Hampton. This is a second one for Paul Hampton. Look at that. Look at that doubling on there. Oh my gosh. That's a second one for Paul Hampton. Nice reverse too. Now number 19. This one goes back to Yo Man again. Let's see what we got for Yo Man. Is it? It is. Bam, there's one for Yo Man. Beautiful double die. Now Malcolm again. We'll see if Malcolm finally gets one. No. Not an RPM. Not a double die. Oh, we're going to add up value on this roll. Taco John again. Taco John. And it is not another one. I'm checking to see if it's any one of the other little RPMs I know about. It is not an RPM either. So not a double die, not an RPM. Well, heck, once in a while we have to run into a normal coin, right? All right, Paul again. Coin number 3 for Paul. 2 double dies. Does it get a third one? No. Not this time. That would have been one of those moments that we talk about for a long time to come. Yeah, just yell Paul. He got 3 double dies in a row. But he didn't. He got 2, then a normal coin. We're up to 23. We're not even halfway finished with this roll yet. Coin number 23 is a double die. This one goes to Stanley. I love this. It's another one of the double dies. See the doubling on the bottom of the LIB? You come around here and you can see it all over In God We Trust. All the way through In God We Trust. It has nice doubling. That one's for Stanley. That's coin number 23. How about coin number 24? This one goes to Carl. Carl, not a double die, not an RPM. Nothing there. On to coin number 25 now. Taco John. Back to Taco John. And Taco John will get, it's a normal coin. I'm glad we run into rolls like this. It just keeps this whole idea of mine invigorated. That you can actually get real good value out of some of the rolls I look through for you because I'm not checking them first. I have no idea what's in these rolls. And I'm glad you're getting goodies. Eric is drooling. Eric had to stop the car because he's crying. Here's Carl. Carl gets Yeah, that's this other possible RPM. I'm not really sure what this is. We'll just have to get a good look at it later on. It's not the double die, but it appears it could be an RPM, so I'm going to pop it off to the RPM pile. Hey, there's always Christmas when you're around Santa Claus. Here's number 28. Stanley? This is like only the second time in my life I have ever found these in a roll. So, this is a special treat for me. Even though I'm not going to end up with any of these coins, it's still a special treat. Here's one for Eric. Let's see if we get one for Eric. Let's see if we get a double die. And no. Not a double die. Not an RPM for Eric. Not this time. Well, let's move up to coin number 30 now. Coin number 30, this one goes to Angie. Angie? What do we get for Angie? Well, it is an RPM. It is an RPM, I believe. Yeah, it's a lower split serif RPM, but it is not one of the double dies. So that's number 30. How about number 31? Back to Carl again. Come on, we got to find at least a couple more, right? Not a double die. Minor RPM for Carl. Now number 32. On to Deanne. Or back to Deanne anyway. Back to Deanne. Or what does Deanne get? Nice little RPM. It's a nice one. I like this RPM. We should be able to identify this one pretty quickly. Man, this thing's loaded. Crispy. Another RPM. This is one of those pretty ones. I like this RPM. It's nice. Not a double die, though. On the hunt. Coin number 34 now. Let's see what we get. This one's going to be from Malcolm. Whatever we can do for Malcolm here. Well, this is a nice... What is this? Is that a hit? That might just be a hit. Let's flip it around. Get the light to shine on it right. Man, that's kind of hard saying. I think that's just a hit on the mint mark. It's a Woody. That part's interesting. But it looks like it's just got a hit on the mint mark. Not the double die. Does not appear to be a RPM. So now on to coin number 35. 35 goes to Yo Man. And Yo Man gets a hair. Big hair. It's absolutely free. Bank employee DNA right there. Well, we got nothing in this one for that. Still a Woody, though. Yeah, look at the striping in this. The tone colors. Wow, that is a nice Woody for a 1960D. And, yo, man, the DNA is not coming with the coin. I don't do transport of human body parts if I can at all help it. Another one for Eric here. Let's see. Oh, Eric gets an RPM. This is a nice RPM. I think this is number 40. I think it's number 40. Well, it's cute anyway. I like it. Nice RPM. This one's actually got a D over D over D. So it's got, I'll get in on it a little bit. We can see it a little closer. Could it be 47? But it's possible. I'm just guessing at 40. But this one has, if you look right here, you can see this hook right up here is this part right here repeated. So it's right up here. And then this right here is the top of another mint mark. So you have 2 extra mint marks here. So it's a D over D over D. That's the first one of those I've seen in this roll. So Eric gets a nice Coneca listed RPM. Here's Deanne again. Deanne, not the double die, not an RPM. I don't think it's number 20 Coin Junkie. Number 20 is a lot stronger, and it only has 2 D's, not 3. Let's see. Oh, bam! Is it crispy? That's RPM number 4. That is rare. Wow, what else are we going to find in this roll? RPM number 4. Are you serious? That's beautiful. Look at that right there. You can see it. There's 2 little hooks on the top of the mint mark. That's RPM 4. 1mm004. It's the overall condition of the coin. Yeah, this is a $50 plus RPM right here. I'd say closer to 75. But that's RPM number 4. That one goes to Crispy. Now coin number 39, Taco John. Now we've got 2 major die varieties that we're looking for here. This is neither of them, unfortunately. Not an RPM, not a double die on this one. Normal. Well, with every net of fish, you're going to catch a bunch of small ones. Let's see, who's next here? This one's going to be Deanne again, and Deanne gets a nice little RPM out of this. One of our pretty RPMs. I like this RPM. I wish I knew right off the bat what it was. It is a nice one. I think it could be number 80, but that's stretch. That's a big stretch. All right, let me put this one off to this side. Coin number 41. I don't want this roll to end. We could do this all day. Not a double die, not an RPM on this one. This is why I keep going into 1960D rolls. One of these days, I always say that, one of these days, well, this is that day for 1960D. Malcolm? Not an RPM, not a double die again. Number 43 now. Yo Man. And Yo Man's number 43 turns out to be what's a minor RPM. It is an RPM, doubled upper and lower serif. Not a double die, though. Number 44. Back to Eric again. I think this will be Eric's last chance to pull the double die. Let's see what we get. And it is. Boom. It's the double die. Congrats, Eric. Ooh, looky there. You can see it very clearly on the B on this coin. Hang on. get my lighting resituated so that the doubling shows better. Now you can see it pretty clearly on the center and the lower part of the B. And there it is on the letters of In God We Trust. Sweet. Another one for the statistic book. It's number 45. Now back to Crispy. And Crispy gets, well, it is not a double die and not an RPM. Another normal coin. Number 46. Stanley. Back to Stanley. See if we can get Stanley another one of these. No. Not in this coin. You have a normal 1960D here. That's actually noteworthy in itself that we found DDO number 2, 1DO004, and RPM number 4 in the same roll. That's actually very noteworthy. Here's another different RPM. This is amazing. This is number 93, I think. Let me check the God here real quick. Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't have a gouge up there. So yeah, I'm thinking number 93. It's got the doubling on the inside, lower inside of the D. So that's for Yo Man. We got 3 coins left, folks. 3 coins left. One for Deanne here. Another RPM. Right there. Doubled upper and lower serif. This was a bank wrapped roll. This is amazing. Quite amazing. Bank wrapped roll. We've got probably 12 different dies. Maybe even more than 12. All right, here's number 49 and number 50. Carl and Penny Hoarder. Coin number 49 here. And Carl gets, it's not going to be a die variety. I think it might be this could be a lower split serif RPM. Kind of hard to tell with it in that lighting angle. No, it's not. Not an RPM. Not a double die. Unfortunately. Now Penny Hoarder's coin. Last coin in the roll. Let's see if we can produce another double die here. Last coin, hurrah. And what is it? Oh, one of the minor RPMs. It's one of the lesser RPMs. Split upper and lower serif with a little bit of a split on the inside of the vertical bar. And that's what we've got. That's it for that roll. But how can we complain, right? How can we complain? There's our normal coins. That's all we've got. Now here are the DDO. The DDO number 2 is 1DO004. Number 44, 23, 19, 18, 6, 4, 3, and 2. All right. That's Paul, Chuck, Deanne, Taco John, Paul, Yeoman, Stanley, and Eric. And so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's $320 worth of coins right there. And then we have an RPM 4 for Crispy. An RPM 4 for Crispy. That's another $50 to $75 worth of coin. And this particular bunch right here is about $400. Now you have at least another $150 worth of RPMs here. At least. They belong to coins numbered 50, 48, 47, 43, 40, 36, 33, 32, 31, 30, 27, 14, 11, 9, 5, and 7. And I'll flip through these real quick and let you read the names. A lot of people got some goodies out of this. So if we're going to count the number of die varieties in this roll, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 major die varieties. $25 exactly. Half the roll was die varieties. Half the roll. That's awesome. This roll was a Satley wrapper roll. That is a good question. I'm going to mark this wrapper. This was a... where am I? Here I am. It is a Satley Company, Detroit, Michigan wrapper. And it is the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, Louisville, Kentucky. It's a Louisville branch. That's what it says on it. Louisville branch, Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, Louisville, Kentucky. That's what this was wrapped in. And it was wrapped as a medium date roll. Or it was marked as a medium date roll, which that doesn't really mean anything. It was large date. But there it is. That's what you've got. All right, folks. Well, there is reveal number 411. In and out. I'm glad for all of you people who got involved in this and really came out shining. I will be back after dinner time this evening to do a couple of more reveals, I believe. And then tomorrow we'll be doing some reveals and a scent proof pull. Then we have a few more reveals left for the week to work on Friday. And then probably Saturday night I'll do the nickel pull. And we'll be done for the week. Then Saturday, and then of course Sunday we'll have another auction. Monday we'll have another reveal show, and Tuesday we'll have another auction. So, busy week. All right, I appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and peace be with you.